Just a question about mixing an album. Is it common practice to mix all the songs in one project? Like,
Yep.
is
So
that something you do? Because it's not something I've kind of done. I've just finished an album myself, and I'm going through the editing at the moment. So thinking about the mix ahead, I was just kind of thought that it might be quite easy, maybe a few tweaks here and there on certain songs, but I've tracked the whole thing. And what's your advice on that?
yeah, so you will get different opinions on this. I think this has come up in our Facebook group before, and it seems pretty split. Some people like to have it in one session, some people don't. I personally do not put it all in the same session. I keep it all separate, and that's just for efficiency. Like, if I'm thinking across a whole project, multiple songs, even if you're using like the same drum setup, the same guitar setup, like, I don't know. I think I would just end up with so many tracks, and it would be so hard to navigate the session that it would just be a workflow drain. It would make me slower. So yeah, I just like to keep everything really separate in its own session, and just using import session data function in Pro Tools, like I can copy my settings from song to song. So it's not like it doesn't take any time. Like, you don't lose anything by having separate sessions, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, like Robin said, your computer will die too if you have all those tracks, and if you have to have,
Sure.
yeah, because some like maybe one song in an album, maybe I have like group vocals and I got 10 extra vocal tracks, or I've got these background vocal section and there's 8 extra vocal tracks. Well, I don't need to have those 8 tracks in all the other 10 songs that don't have them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sure.
that's
It does.
yeah.
That does make sense, yeah, to single them out in different projects. But then, once you've done the mixing stage and then you go to the mastering stage,
Mhm.
would you get all the songs up in the same project window? And the only reason I'm asking this is because the album I've tracked, it's got a kind of a concept to it. So there's a lot of songs will be fading out as other songs are kind of coming in. Like The Wall or something, Pink Floyd, The Wall. All the songs are quite
Yep.
integrated together. So is that something that you would do? You would?
Yes. Yeah. So in that case, I don't master my own stuff, but yeah, if I was going to do that, then I would bring all the final mixes into one session.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's even how I've had to do when I'm not even mastering, but if we have those song transitions to join the songs together,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, that's kind of what I would do. Is I would get like the final mix done, and then bring like if there's a transition between song 1 and 2, then I'd bring song 1 and 2 into a different session, and then create the little transition part, and then like bounce that out, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And put the cut where it needs to be. So yeah.
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 Cool. Nice one. Looking forward to that.
Awesome. Good.
Cheers.
Yeah. Kieran asked a follow up in the chat related to what you're asking. Like, how do you keep consistency across the songs if you're doing separate sessions? And yeah, Kieran, it's just in Pro Tools. I don't know what it is in other DAWs, but Pro Tools has a function called import session data. I have a YouTube video on this, by the way. And yeah, basically it just allows you, it's the same way I import my templates. It just allows you to take the settings from one song and just literally just import it right to the next song. So I'll let's say I'm mixing a 10-song album. I'll get the first song, I'll choose the song to do first, and I'll mix it, and I'll get it to like basically finished or 90%. Then I'll load up another session and I'll import that to song number 2 and like make sure it's still cool. But once I'm finished one song completely, then I'll just use that as the starting point for all the other songs, and then I'll just tweak as needed. So that's you can still easily get consistency.